i Austin i Texas, og han har hatt en lang sesong.
En av de øvelsene det er størst forventninger til kveld er 200 meter for kvinner som nå kommer. Her får vi et heftig oppgjør mellom flere omdiskuterte løpere. Ytterst Imke Vervant fra Belgia satte pers i OL i Tokyo med 23.05 da hun løp seg til semifinale der. Er belgisk mester av året på denne distansen. Så har vi en av de to 18-åringene fra Namibia. Løp i OL-finalen. Godeste Maselingi ble nummer 6. Og så har det 2 sølv i junior-VM i Kenya etter det. Richardson, hun bremset seg ut av en mulig pallplass i OL, da hun ikke gikk videre fra heatet. Mboma, OL-sølv og junior-verdensmester også med rødt hår her. Sha'carri Richardson er den som er størst i munnen. Melder til øst og vest mot konkurrenter og alt og alle. Og var utestengt i OL for marihuana-bruk, rett og slett. Kom tilbake i Eugene og var sist, til tross for at hun hadde kjørt opp feltet her på forhånd. Så nå er det mye press som hviler på Sha'carri Richardson. Så ta med Dina Smith her.
Ja, definitivt mange gode poeng her. Dina Smith på full fart tilbake fra skader. Sha'carri Richardson litt offensiv amerikansk, hevder at verdens raskeste kvinne definitivt bør tilbake til en amerikansk utøver. Så har vi de to unge jentene fra Namibia da. Mboma kanskje best, som kommer rett fra junior-VM-gull. 21.84 hadde hun der. Det var 3 små hundredeler bak det hun tok sølvet på i Tokyo på denne distansen. 21.81 der altså. Maselingi også fra Namibia da, med junior-VM-sølv på 11.39.
Mange skal ta dette. Richardson er vanligvis bedre på 100 enn 200. Det skal sies.
Set.
Ja, kommer det gårde. Mboma med en brukbar start her. Den ligger litt etter som hun pleier her. Det er Richardson som går aller best gjennom svingen. Skal Mboma komme herfra og inn. Dina Smith også har fulgt med. 4 på høyden. Leder der ute Richardson. Så kommer Mboma med sin voldsomme oppløpsside. Som bestilt og suser inn til 21.84. Samme tid som hun vant junior-VM på 300 deler. Svakere enn persen fra OL. Hun har rett og slett etablert seg på 21.8-nivå. Det er sterkt av en 18-åring.
Get out my face. The fuck? You talk all that shit about Jamaicans and then you gonna try to go up and congratulate and hug her? Disrespectful ass. I'm glad Sharika actually treated that ass.
Så har de gått ned i distanse da, og får lov til å konkurrere på høye testosteronverdier. De viste å stemme. Så har de gått ned i distanse da, og får lov til å konkurrere på 200 meter, men ikke på 400 meter. Og Mboma har jo bare vært bedre og bedre, og likevel om hun ikke klarer å henge med helt i starten, så har hun så sterke avsluttsegenskaper at hun henter utrolig mye av løpene sine siste 50-60 meter.
Ja, det startet med at pallen på 800 meter i OL 2016 ble fylt opp av løpere med høye naturlige testosteronverdier. Og da ble Caster og Semenya og co. kastet ut av 400 meter til en engelsk mil, men i dag har vi samme type utøver da, som vinner både 200 og 5000 meter.
Ja. Hvor mye Mboma var på etterskudd i forhold til Sha'carri Richardson og Dina Smith utgangen av svingen, men henter utrolig mange meter nedover oppløpet sitt da. Sha'carri Richardson stopper litt opp og fikk heller ikke til noen fin overgang. Sving langside i dag, synes jeg, og det er vel Sha'carri som ikke er i form, og som kanskje ikke klarer å hente ut så mye mer heller i år, tror jeg. Nå er sesongen over etter hvert for hennes del.
Ja, klarer ikke helt å henge med der Sha'carri Richardson er 100-meter-spesialist, i likhet med da Dina Smith, som har hatt en skade og har trøvlet litt.
What's going on, guys? Just a quick video about this latest race that Sha'carri Richardson got herself involved in Brussels. Apparently, it's the last of the Diamond League series, kind of like a regular season Olympics, I guess. Like I said, I don't think anybody, including myself, was really paying attention to track and field before all this hype behind the American track fleet, Sha'carri Richardson. But this was a 200-meter event in a series of both men's and women's track and field events. They got shot putting, they got the thing where the dudes they catapult themselves on the long pole. I forget what the javelin, whatever they call it. They got races all the way up to 5,000 meters, and this went down in Brussels, Belgium, not too long ago. Sha'carri's race was only about an hour or so ago. From when I released this video, it may have been longer than that by the time you guys see this video, but I saw it about an hour ago, and I recorded the portion of her race, and really, man, I mean, she did a little better than, her ninth place finish, an embarrassing loss in Eugene, Oregon at the Prefontaine Classic. But I mean, when you look at it, this Sha'carri Richardson is really no match for world-class sprinters. Now, again, her big event is the 100 meters, but she finished dead last in that. And here, she was going up against Mboma, who actually finished first place from Namibia. This teenage sensation track athlete, from what the media is saying, from Namibia, which I believe is in Africa. And second place was the supposedly the third fastest woman, at least in this Tokyo's Olympics, Sharika Jackson from Jamaica. In third place was some British black girl, and then in fourth place was Sha'carri Richardson. All the white girls was in the back, finishing, I guess, fifth through eighth or ninth place, whatever. But it looked like Sha'carri had her signature red weave on this time. She had the blonde weave on last time in Oregon because I guess she thought, that was her moment to shine because all the media hype was on her. But, after she got smoked and embarrassed and dragged online, I guess she figured she put her game face, a.k.a. her game weave, back on because she usually races with a red weave from the clippings that I've seen of her previous races. So she put it back on. I saw the interview yesterday, her pre-interview from the race, and I saw her on the track today. It seemed like she was a little bit better prepared. It seemed like, she was taken a little bit more seriously. But honestly, bro, like I see now, because this is a longer race, and thus they don't race as fast because it's a longer race, and it takes more endurance, and it takes more out of you. So they race at a slightly slower pace at the 200 meters than the 100 meters. The 100 meters is a very short race. It's just all out. It's like a drag race, like a fucking, Dodge Charger versus a Ford Mustang, just an all out drag race. Whereas this is a race that actually curves around. And I mean, I'm not going to say that Sha'carri Richardson wasn't ready. It just occurred to me, this girl couldn't beat. Not only can she not beat like the Jamaicans, because remember in Eugene where she finished ninth, there were several other girls from other countries, including in the United States, that beat her, including some that she beat at the Olympic pre-qualifieds a month and a half earlier. And it occurred to me that not only is this girl not ready to race Jamaica, she couldn't compete against top level. She can compete against world-class sprinters. She's finished fourth, but if you see how far those other girls pulled away from her, it's obvious this girl could not beat world-class, top-level world-class sprinters if her life literally depended on it. I don't even think PEDs can help her at this point. And, as silly and immature as this girl has acted, this time it's not really a knock on her. She's just not that good. And this kind of bleeds into what I've constantly warned people about, from, this COVID-19 propaganda to, anything that the media is hyping. You have to think with your own mind. You have to do research because, again, most of us didn't know anything, much less care about Sha'carri Richardson before, the media start making a big buzz about her being blocked from the Olympics. But what a lot of people forget is it wasn't just the International Olympic Committee that banned her from the 100-meter event. Okay, the American Olympic Committee, they had a chance to have Sha'carri on the relay team. Okay, so she could still compete in the Olympics, and they said no, we don't want her on the Olympic team at all. Okay, so it wasn't just the IOC, it was the American Olympic team as well. Okay, and maybe that was kind of warning that, maybe she was overhyped from the get-go. Okay, the American Olympic team didn't even want her to go to the Olympics, period, even though the IOC said, well, she can't compete in the 100-meter, but she can compete in the relay. Okay, so it was both the American Olympic Committee and the International Olympic Committee that banned her from the Olympics. Okay, the American Olympic team didn't even want her to go. Okay, then she gets to Eugene, embarrasses herself, finishes last. Then she's, dragging Jamaican sprinters and, other people on social media. Then she's talking about she chooses violence. And now we see her in her second attempt or second race, the last race of the Diamond League Classic. And I mean, she came nowhere near the top three. Like, if she had finished third place, maybe, but like she was fourth, but she was a distant fourth, bro. Like, really, to be honest with you, and I hate to be racial here, but the only thing to save Sha'carri ass was that it was a bunch of white girls on the track. Okay, because if it was, let's be seriously honest about this. If Fraser Ann Price and Elaine Thompson-Herah, the two top Jamaican sprinters, were there, Sha'carri would have finished sixth place, maybe. And if there was other black girls on that track, she probably would have finished ninth again. Okay, the only people she was ahead of was the white girls, and I think like one black girl on the track. Okay, everybody knows the top sprinters are black. That's not racism. That's just truth. It's been truth for decades, since Jesse Owens. I mean, that's just the truth in both men and women's track events. So, to be honest with you, bro, like, again, she came in, she decided to, kind of pipe down after the Eugene event, and she missed the first two track meets of the Diamond League Classic in Paris and Louisiane, Switzerland, and Paris, France. Okay, then she comes in on the last event when, the regular season of track and field is winding down post Olympics, because she thinks it's safe. She figures, I'm gonna stay away from the 100-meter because I got embarrassed there. Okay, so Fraser Ann Price dropped out, Elaine Thompson-Herah dropped out. Now it's just Shericka Jackson and me. Maybe I can get her at a longer, at twice the distance. And I mean, Shericka Jackson, from what somebody was saying, this is her 13th race since not since the Olympics, since August. She raced 13 times, bro. She's been in every event. The other two Jamaican girls, the top level Jamaican girls, they said, okay, our season over. We're going to go rest. We're going to go chill out. But this girl is still racing her ass off, and she managed to finish second place after 13 races. You understand, even in the NFL, they only have, like 16 games during the regular season? This girl, and that's over months. This girl raced 13 times in about a month and a half. Not even. Like, barely over a month. Okay? And she still smoked Sha'carri Richardson. She was favored to win, Shericka Jackson, the Olympic bronze winner, but this other girl, Mboma from Namibia, she finished first place. And did you see how Sha'carri Richardson tried to go up? I actually thought she was trying to go up and congratulate Shericka Jackson. I didn't know the girls by face, but you see how Mboma, she kind of dissed her, like, yeah, get out of my face. Did you see that when Sha'carri Richardson walked up? Like, and the thing is, like, Sha'carri Richardson didn't even have no beef with the Namibians, from what I saw on social media. But it looks to me like all of these girls are getting sick and tired of hearing about Sha'carri Richardson because the Namibian Mboma was just like, man, fuck off. Like she touched her, but you could tell like she didn't really want no hug or no congratulations from Sha'carri because, everybody knows that Sha'carri is kind of an asshole right now, like unfortunately, a lot of black American females are, and, that doesn't translate well on the world stage, as we've clearly seen over the course of the last month and a half. But yeah, man, these are world class. I mean, this girl looked like she looks literally like a college basketball star that didn't get picked by the NBA trying to go one-on-one with, one of the people on the last NBA championship team in a match. I mean, it's just it's not that she's it's not that she's bad at her sport. It's just that she's nowhere near the best. Okay. Again, the only reason she finished fourth was because half the people on the track was white girls, and Shelly Ann Fraser Price and Elaine Thompson Hurrah weren't there. If they were there, she would have finished 6th or 7th place. Okay. She's nowhere near ready for the big leagues. I mean, I'm not even a track and field expert. We can clearly see that, bro. Like, the whole time she's been racing people on her level, and the media hyped her up. So, hopefully this is the last video that I got to make about this goofy ass girl. I'm not trying to clout chase. It's very interesting. It kind of got me hooked, trying to see, if this girl gonna mess up again. Is she gonna, be able to do better than last time? Is she gonna be able to win? But it's obvious, bro. Like, even at her best, people talk all upset about what she was going to do if she was in the Olympics. If she went to the Olympics, it would have been even more embarrassing for the United States than it already was. Like, she's nowhere near one of the top sprinters. She keeps bragging about she's the 6th fastest in a 100-meter dash. I mean, what is the 6th fastest? What does that even fucking mean? That's like saying I'm the... What does that even mean? Like, that's like saying I'm the 6th richest. So, you're not the richest or the 2nd richest or the 3rd richest. But anyway, I ain't trying to dwell on this too fucking long. But yeah, guys, I think it's clear now, okay? Because this is Sha'carri Richardson in a different event, a completely different event, twice the distance, racing girls that have been racing flat out since the Olympics. Their legs are tired. You see how quickly that Namibian girl took her shoes off? I mean, like, these girls' feet are literally about to fall off their fucking legs, and they still smoke Sha'carri. Sha'carri's barely raced this regular season post-Olympics, and she still can't beat these girls. She couldn't beat them she couldn't beat them in a one-on-one if her life depended on it. That's just the truth. I don't even think PEDs would help her. She's just not world-class sprinter. Or she's not able to compete with the top world-class sprinters, okay? Again, only reason she finished in 4th place was because there was a bunch of white girls behind her. And that's not racism. You saw what happened, and we see who wins these marathons and races all the time. Dark skin, black, chicks, and Negroes. I mean, it's just the truth. So, thanks so much for listening, and talk to you later, guys.